What other leadership lessons did you learn from President Reagan?
A number. One was, I think, to be as open and clear in your message as possible. And as you said, he was called the great communicator. And the reason was he spoke well, and he was good at the art of communicating, but he also was good at shaping the message and the things that were important to him, and been able to articulate what his priorities were. And I think that's one thing that helped him to succeed in politics, is that he stood for a handful of very important big issues, and then he tied all the smaller issues to the big issues, and he could communicate those. And you knew if you voted for him or if you voted against him, you knew exactly where he stood on those issues. And if you worked for him, you knew exactly where he stood.
So how do all those lessons that you learned from him, how do they influence you in the various top executive positions that you've held, from All-Britain, where you oversaw its TV stations, to Politico, and now to the Washington Post?
Well, one of the lessons is just communicating. In any organization, I think, whether you're a media organization or private business, I can't think of very many organizations where having open, clear communication is not good. People want to know. If they're committed to working for your company, or for your business, for your campaign, they really want to know what's happening. They want to know where they stand. And I think that a lack of communication can generate distrust and uncertainty, and cause people to have concerns about what they're doing, where they're committing their time, where they've decided to go on their career. So one thing that's very important is open communication. And as you know, in the news business, it's very important. I have a theory that, and I don't say this in any negative way, but if you, in the news business, unless you are open and you explain exactly where we are and where we're going, people might have other views. And you're better off just to be candid and tell them what we're working on, what we're doing.
And you know what's funny, because I come from the news business too, many times we work in the communications business, but we're not great communicators ourselves within the organization, right?
We have to work at it. We have to work at being the best communicators internally as we aspire to be externally.